and release. There we go. Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. We are talking all about bangs. This video is for you if you're thinking about bangs, interested in bangs, have bangs and just want some tips and tricks, or if you just like hair stuff in general. I recently got bangs. Well, I guess not like super recent. My life has changed so much since I got bangs. So really it isn't like recent, but I got bangs back in December. I was always the type that I actually hated bangs on myself. I always want to go cut them and then I would decide that I hated them and then I would grow them out immediately. Growing up, my dad just kind of always wanted me to have bangs and short hair, and I was not a fan of it growing up. They were always like thicker bangs too, so for a long time I always wanted the hair in the front of my face to be really long. Every once in a while I would try to dabble in bangs. I would try to do like side bangs, curtain bangs, or I would do like a full-on fringe, and it just never really worked for me until I recently cut bangs, and my hairdresser did such an amazing job that I have had them for months now. I constantly go back, I have her trim them, and each time I've actually asked her to trim them a little bit shorter so that they can last a little bit longer because I just really love the bangs that she gave me. So in this video I'm sharing all of the products and tools that I use to maintain and style my bangs, and then I'll also let you guys know exactly what I asked for on this cut and why I think it works for me, in case there are any other girls out there who always kind of like toyed with the idea of bangs but hate it every single time you do it. I asked for some very specific things this time around that my hairdresser really listened to, and again she killed it. This is the first time in my life that I've actually wanted to maintain bangs. But if you're new here, I just want to welcome you really quick. I would love it if you would subscribe, join my little YouTube family. Don't forget to also like this video and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you would get bangs or not, or if you like having bangs or don't like having them. I would just love to chat in the comments below. But as far as what I asked for this time around that I think really worked for me, in the past I've always had like a thicker fringe. It just felt like bangs were so heavy on me. They took up so much of my face, and I would just always end up feeling like my face was just like hidden and I just didn't look like me. So this time around we actually started a little bit on the longer side. She cut them so that they were actually about halfway down my eye. They were like really falling in my face a lot on the first round. Like I said, as I've gone back for trims, I've asked her to go shorter and shorter. But the specific phrase that I used to like really emphasize what I wanted was I asked for wispy bangs, specifically a whisper of a bang. So I told her I did want it to be real bangs, but I wanted them very, very thin and light and wispy, and she just killed it. Okay, y'all, sorry for any type of shift. My battery was dying. But anyways, besides starting conservative on the length of bangs that she gave me, she also was really, really conservative with how thick they were. I actually have not asked her to thicken them at all. She killed it with how thin I wanted them right off the bat, but she was saying she was going to start me off really thin and have me sit with them for a little while before I decided if I wanted to go thicker, which obviously I ended up deciding I didn't want. The other thing that I specifically asked for that was something that really held me up on bangs in the past attempts to do them is I asked her not to really like taper them down into the rest of my hair. You guys can see there is a little bit of tapering just about to the top of my cheekbone, and this like side piece is extremely thin just to blend it a little bit, but other than that, that's where it cuts off and then it sharply goes down into the rest of my hair. In the past, I felt like when I've gotten bangs, these side pieces have been really thick and it just felt so heavy on the sides of my head, and then there was like a lot of tapering down into the rest of my layers, and I just didn't like that. I definitely wanted these bangs to have more of like a fringe feel. I wanted them to feel like more 90s, so I was very, very specific with that. I brought in inspo pictures. Actually, funnily enough, the inspo picture that I brought in was a photo of someone wearing fake bangs, but they were the perfect example for what I wanted, and once again, she killed it with this. And with these, I like the fact that they're easy to part because they are thinner. I can blend them into my hair if I just kind of like want to feel like I don't really have bangs. Obviously some pieces might fall forward, but that's fine. But yeah, I can blend them back really easily, and then I can also slick them back really easily too. I just like, in general, I have been loving having bangs. It makes me feel like I can put minimal effort into my hair and my hair still looks like styled and like I really gave it good effort. But as far as maintaining and styling my bangs go, like I said, I did want to share some products and some tools with you guys that I have been absolutely loving for my bangs. We're gonna start with products first. So the first thing I feel like you really need with bangs is a good leave-in conditioner, especially because they're falling into the front of your face and stuff. If they start to get like really dry and kind of like straw-like, it becomes very, very obvious. So you definitely want to keep your bangs in really nice condition. You want them to still feel very soft and very movable. So for my bangs, and actually for the rest of my hair, I love to use the Way leave-in conditioner. So this is a spray leave-in conditioner, and this formula just makes my hair feel so soft. It makes my hair look so sleek. What I'll do do to make sure that this is not too heavy on my bangs is I actually like spray myself from literally this far out, and I just kind of mist it and then just kind of like massage it in on the ends. And that's because I do have very wispy fine bangs. If I get too much product on it, they're gonna look all choppy, they're gonna look weighed down and oily and things like that, and definitely don't want that. So when you're using a leave-in conditioner, definitely make sure that you're doing a light application. And then if you want your bangs to be a little bit piecey like mine are, you guys can see I do like it to be a little bit piecey. I don't like it to be like a mat across my face. I like to be able to see my forehead through my bangs, which is one of the reasons why I think this bang style really works for me, so that you can see my forehead through my bangs and my face doesn't feel like this big. But if you want, you can just take like a little bit of extra leave-in conditioner on your hands after you've dried your bangs and just kind of like mush it in and just kind of like piece your bangs like that. And again, go in with a very light application of it, or else the product is gonna look too heavy on your bangs. But for me, I found that that's all I need to do in order to get this piecey effect, so that you can see my... Hi, Leo. We got puppy. But in order to get this piecey effect so that you can see my forehead through my bangs. The next product that I think is so important for bangs, I mean in general this is like a must for hair, but specifically for bangs, because bangs are in your face, they will show right away if your hair is dirty or anything like that. So a good dry shampoo is super important, and the one that I really love is the IGK First Class Charcoal Detox Dry Shampoo. I've raved about this for a couple of years. This is my go-to dry shampoo. It is absolutely the best. It soaks up all of the oil in your hair. I will admit though, it is a little bit heavy, so if you're using this on bangs, just like a light spritz, which I'll go ahead and do right now actually. I just got back from a hike, so I feel like these could use a little bit of a refresh, but just one light spritz, that's it. And then just kind of like massage it in, and it'll just like refresh the roots and give your bangs a little bit of a cleaner appearance. So especially if you're not one who washes your hair every day or something like that, a good dry shampoo on your bangs is definitely needed. Then the next product isn't necessarily to maintain my bangs. I guess in theory this product is great to style my bangs, but it's actually more great for hiding my bangs than a style. Like if I want to do a slick back bun, this is what I use, because it actually holds my bangs back without me having to worry about bobby pins or clips or anything like that. I'm sure if you are a subscriber, you already see this one coming, but it is the Toncho High Grade Teak. This is hands down the best slicking product for your hair that you can ever find. It's this like pomade stick, and all you have to do is kind of like brush your hair back where you want it to be, and then just slick it down with this, and this will literally hold for forever. But just be warned, if you do use this, especially on your bangs, and especially if you have thin bangs like me, you are committed to having your bangs slicked back until your next hair wash, because this stuff is not going to come out. It's going to sit in your hair. It's really thick, and if you try to brush your bangs forward again, they're just going to be like these stiff clumps in front of your forehead. So definitely make sure if you decide you're going to slick your bangs back with this, that the next day is a hair wash, or you plan to continue wearing your bangs hidden and slicked back for the foreseeable future until you can wash them. So that was it for the products. I feel like for bangs you don't want to do too many products, or else again, if they're thin like mine, they can look really weighed down. So I think that those 3 products for your bangs, well technically 2, because one is for when you want to hide your bangs, but a good lightweight leave-in conditioner and a good dry shampoo are 2 must-have products that you need if you have bangs. But even more important to me than the bangs are actually the tools. So the first tool that you're going to need for your bangs, and this was the first tool that I went out and purchased specifically for my bangs, is a good round brush. When you're drying your bangs or restyling them or whatever, the round brush is going to save you. And specifically you want a round brush that's going to be a little bit on the smaller side. I have a 1 inch, but you can go as small as ½ inch if you want your bangs to be really bouncy and curled out. Personally, I prefer my bangs to be a little bit straighter, a little bit shaggier, so I went with a 1 inch, but I would say that a 1 inch is as big as you should go for your bangs, because if you hold it up to your forehead, a 1 inch is more than likely the perfect width against your forehead. But yeah, you just definitely want a good round brush so that you can style your bangs and give them a nice rounded shape. Again, how rounded you go is going to depend on the size of your round brush barrel, but even if you want to wear them straight like mine, you still need a little bit of rounding to get a little bit of a lift, so definitely make sure to at least do a 1 inch. Then the next tool comes in really handy if your bangs are newer, or if your hair constantly wants to part at its natural part, and that is one of these creaseless clips. I'm sure you guys have seen these around. You can get like a pack of 6 or 8 off of Amazon for like a few bucks, but my hairdresser was the one who told me to get these because my bangs kept parting and I didn't want them to, and she told me basically I have to style my bangs right when I get out of the shower. I can't let them dry, or they will try to dry into my natural part. And then once I dry them, especially because I like them to sit a little bit straighter, I just take the no dent clip and clip them down in the front like this, and I literally let them sit like that. I'll let the rest of my hair dry in like a microfiber turban, but I will literally have my bangs sit in this clip for like a good 20-30 minutes while the rest of my hair air dries. And what's great about clipping your bangs is that if you do use a microfiber turban like I do to kind of help speed the drying process along, putting your bangs in the clip will separate them so that you don't end up rolling your bangs into your microfiber towel with the rest of your hair. I will say though, this is only great for that in my opinion. As far as whenever I'm doing my makeup or I just need my bangs to be out of my face while I'm getting ready for something, I'm honestly not a really big fan of this because this works best for, again, just holding my bangs down, and obviously I can't do my makeup like this. And then I've tried before to take like a second clip and clip it to the side, but because my bangs are like so thin and wispy, it does create a dent. So for getting ready, I'm not a fan of these. Instead, I just found a recent hack that I have been obsessed with, and that is small Velcro self-adhesive rollers. These have honestly changed the game on getting ready with bangs for me. Basically, I think you guys saw it in the beginning of the video, but all I do is I just roll my hair up in it and it gets the bangs out of my face. I can do my makeup, powder my forehead, contour, all of that stuff. And what's nice too is that this is actually styling my hair. If I want my bangs to be really bouncy, I might hit this with a little bit of heat for my hair dryer and then let my bangs cool in this while I do my makeup. But since again, I do like it straighter, I just roll my bangs up in this, and then by the time I take it out after I've done my makeup, my bangs do have a little bit of a bounce, and then they tend to calm down as I'm getting dressed, and then by the time I'm done, they're perfect. So if you're someone who has bangs and you're like always struggling when you're doing your makeup, you're trying to clip them back, but then it means like you have to restyle them after you do your makeup, try out Velcro rollers. These are also really great in the morning. Like if you're not gonna wear makeup and you're just trying to do your morning skincare, in those situations, I also use the Velcro rollers for that, because even if I'm not gonna do makeup or like go out and do something crazy, I still like don't want to look in the mirror and my bangs are all fucked up. So I always use my Velcro roller in the morning when I'm doing skincare as well. Then the last tool, I say get with your own discretion. It just depends on how much you trust yourself, but I personally have hair that grows really, really fast, so maintaining bangs can be a little bit tricky. So I got this pair of little mini manicure scissors, and I will say I don't try to like fully cut my bangs with them. If I just feel like they're falling into my eyes too much, I'll just kind of take them and just kind of like dust like this to just like lightly dust the ends. I'm not cutting enough so that other people could notice that I took any length off, but I'm just cutting off those like little straggler pieces that are really long so that I can feel more comfortable. So again, this is something, get at your discretion, only if you feel like you're comfortable with doing that. Otherwise, just wait until you can schedule a bang trim with your stylist. All right, you guys, well, that is it for this video. Those are all of my tips, tricks, and favorite products and tools for maintaining and styling my bangs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was helpful if you have bangs or you're thinking about bangs. Again, don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment down below, and if you're new here, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. But thank you guys again for watching. I love you, and I will see you very soon again in my next video. Bye.